Welcome to day 21 of Tips for Successful Living. Welcome to day 21 of Tips for Successful Living. In the past, I used to be very shy and uncomfortable when people put a spotlight on me. And I discovered that the easiest way to remove the strange feeling, the uncomfortable feeling, is to put a spotlight back on the person. We generally have a tendency to get too excited and be lost in a feeling when people put a spotlight on us. And I've seen over and over again people that generally just start talking about themselves, and they keep going and going, hijacking the conversation without allowing the other person to say anything for the rest of the conversation. The last time this happened to you, how did you feel? The last time you engaged somebody in a conversation, you give them a compliment, you put a spotlight on them, and they use the opportunity to start talking about themselves, how they are the only thing that is good for the world, and how they are much better than you in everything that you do. How did you feel? Did you feel like having conversation with them again, or you just felt like moving away from them? The tip for today is to return the favor by putting a spotlight on the person that you're talking to that put a spotlight on you. Putting a spotlight back on a person means that there's going to be tendency, or there's going to be a likelihood for the conversation to keep going in a STEM, energetic, and useful way. It means that you're going to appear to be likable, you're going to appear to be a fun person to talk to, and you're also going to appear humble. One of the definition of humility, one of the definition of humility that I've heard around is humility is putting a smile on somebody by making them shine. Forgetting about yourself for a second and allow another person to shine. That's what humility is all about. Today, we're talking about always be mindful that when people put a spotlight on you, don't get too carried away. Don't be lost in the conversation to the extent that you just keep going about yourself. You you didn't allow, or you will not allow the other person to say something anymore. You just use that opportunity to keep selling yourself for the rest of the conversation. That is not good, because then that will not make the person that was having the conversation with you to be excited to have the conversation, or even give you such spotlight easily anytime. If the person just feel annoyed and really irritated by you going on and on about yourself for the rest of the conversation. So the tip for today is to know when it's time for you to receive the spotlight, such that you enjoy the moment. But then after that, put the spotlight back on the person that is talking to you, such that that fuels the energy of the conversation. The conversation keeps going on. It's lively, and the person is going to be willing to initiate such conversation in the future. Another way to look at it is that if someone knows that when they put a spotlight on you, you're going to give them the opportunity to be in the spotlight, by putting the spotlight back on them, then that is probably going to increase the amount of positive affirmations, the amount of compliment, the amount of positive energy we have in the environment. Because if I know for sure that if I put a spotlight on you, I'm going to get a spotlight, then I'm looking forward to put a spotlight on you because I know I'm going to get it back. Right? So today we're talking about making sure that you put a spotlight back on the person that was talking to you as quickly as you can, instead of going on and on about yourself and how good you are and how you are the best thing that ever happened to the world. Use the opportunity to also put a spotlight on the other person so that the conversation can keep going, and it can also be a conversation someone will want to have with you the next time. Thank you for listening today. And if you have any comments, put it in the comment section. If you disagree, please let me know, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.